So I think that was a mistake. The other mistake I made is cash flow.
Cash flow. So what do you mean by cash flow?
You just don't know how much the business is going to cost until you're like running the business. Because like we would sit down before we bought the business, just like I'm sure everybody that's ever looked at buying a business does, and they do the math, and you're like, I'm going to be freaking rich. Like,
I'll retire next year.
yeah, exactly. It's that kind of like crazy thinking. You're wrong. You won't. So, you sit down and do the math, and like we would do the math on like, okay, here's our cost for the oil change. Here's our cost for labor. Here's our cost for this and that. And we would just guess what insurance would cost. And like all of those other things that you just like the things that you don't know what are going to cost so much money. So yeah, cash flow that's what kills most small businesses, is that like, if they could just make it another year or two, I really think most businesses would make it, but they just can't keep the cash flowing up. So, and we run net 30. So like, we're obviously not getting paid like the day we do the service, but like the tire bill is still due, and I still have to buy the oil and the filters, and I still got to pay my guy. Like, and then what if net 30 comes around and they're saying, oh, well, we need net 35 or net 40. And it's like,
well,
yeah, you're like, well,
I needed net 20.
yeah. Net 10 would have been a lot for me to ask, but so there's kind of those unexpected things.